Working for us, it really is. Thursday, July 27th, and as you know the other day, yes, Monday, we had a few difficulties with Tommy Steele. Not his fault, not our fault. In fact, it was the internet that let us down. So Tommy and, of course, the rest of the crew have joined us. We're, of course, talking about Dennis right there as well, and his camera crew, and even Randy is in the background somewhere. It is an absolute pleasure to have you guys back again, and we must apologise gracefully for the little mishap that happened, completely out of our hands, and I apologise for that. So let's play the ads, and then we're going to go into and meeting the famous Tommy Steele.
This is Alex Ryder on Galaxy107fm, the most upbeat radio station. So tune in, because Galaxy rocks.
Yeah, mate. That's a good idea. Yeah, mate.
Love Alex Ryder.
Oh, yeah.
Love Alex Ryder. We have a lot of people that do intros, stingers, liners, I think you guys call them. We would love to have you guys do some for us as well so that we can play them. And thank you, Alex. It's an absolute pleasure to play yours. By the way, Alex Ryder is a brilliant singer in her own right. Very close friends of Ellen DeGeneres.
Really? That's great.
Yeah, she's brilliant.
Is he there in the studio with you?
I wish she was. I wish she was. No, she's a Canadian.
Gotcha.
So
That's not too far from us.
apparently, yeah, just down the road. Just over the border.
Right up the road.
Yeah, just over the border. That reminds me, would you have to take your passport to get into Canada if you're just over the other side of the border?
Yeah, we have to have passports to go across into Canada.
Yeah. And I got to get your take on this just before we go live to air. How do you feel about putting up a wall to keep the Mexicans out and then asking them to pay for it? Well, what's your take on that?
Well, there's so much controversy here over that, you know. I mean, there's so many different other, there's so many different things that we could do, whether it's a wall or whether it's, putting other things in place to help manage that. I think what's the problem really has become is the mismanagement of letting things get out of control,
Yes.
And I think, with having the right type of management and the right the place, we can definitely make everything better for all the countries.
Absolutely. I noticed in the news this morning too, Donald Trump has now banned transgenders in the army. What's he afraid of? They won't wear the uniform properly? I'm sure they can fit the skirts.
I would be leaning to one side or the other.
Yeah, well, I remember when gays were allowed to join the army. Prior to gays joining the army, of course, everybody was afraid that they wouldn't shoot them, they would just go up and kiss them.
Yeah, it's definitely, times have changed, haven't they?
They really have. You see, here in New Zealand, we were one of the first countries in the world to legalise gay marriages and same-sex marriages here. And same with the suffragettes and giving women the vote. We like to lead a lot of the times in what we think is right. Me personally, I have no swing one way or another whether gays get married or live together or whatever. They all bleed the same, and believe me, they are allowed to have their choices. The sexual orientation has no reflect on me at all. So we don't mind whether gays get married, whether same-sex marriages happen, and in fact we endorse it here in New Zealand because it gives you the freedom to be yourself. You don't have to hide behind anything.
Absolutely.
So we're
right. And I think that's absolutely wonderful because where the misconception is with it's kind of out of control in the whole world right now is to talk about safety let's talk about, stop killings and stop the terrorism and stop that stuff. Who cares who's putting someone's dick in someone's ass? I don't care.